Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash, the Barnestine teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, just speaking on people's obsession with money, especially Jake, you so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian men, women, and children. You know, our people have a heavily obsession with getting money, man. You see, and that's the only thing that's on the forefront of a nigga mind is how to get some money. Talking about money. All day a nigga is speaking and thinking shit, sleep, eating money. That's why your how by Shemal Shai is gonna take the money away. He's gonna take away your support, man. The things that support your life, your defense. And money, yeah, it's a tool, man. It can be a tool for a good time. It can be a tool to keep you from bad times. But it's not gonna be a tool that's gonna be able to keep you from the evils that the Lord's gonna send to the earth. The money ain't gonna keep you out the famine. It can preserve you in the famine. But soon, the things that you use the money to buy gonna run out. The money gonna be gone, and the resources that you use with the money to get gonna be gone. And now you left on your ass, man, because you weren't seeking the Lord while it was early. You was seeking the bag, man. You see? And the truth of the matter is, the bag gonna fail you. You see? Because real quick, this the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. In verse 12, it says, matter of fact, verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, in which America is spiritually Egypt, man. Pursuant to the book of Revelations, the 11th chapter, the 8th verse, where it tells you how this place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. You see? And the Lord said that he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. And some of those plagues that happened in Egypt before, well, one of those plagues was the money filling, man. You see, scriptures tell you real quick, in the book of Genesis, chapter 47 and verse 15, it says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth, man. You see, it came to a time in Egypt where the money failed, man. And same thing here in America, where you hearing of the dollar crash and the dollar declining. It's a such thing as it's the BRICS nation, which is an opposition to that, to the American currency, in which the more the BRICS nation and its currency strengthen, the American currency decline, man. And it's going to get to a point where the dollar is going to actually crash. But as the people here, they fell into a state of desperation. They said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And then they go on to say, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money faileth. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for the flock, and for the cattle of the herd, and for the asses. And he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. So it got to a point where people started giving up their resources in order to regain some type of convenience, man. Because the money failed. It got to a point where the currency didn't mean shit, man. You can't do shit with the currency of that society. And the same thing is gonna happen right here in America with $100 bill, the big face 100, blue face 100, them pink 50s, them Tubmans, them Dub, them Deuces, them fives, them dollar bills, them strippers, like, ain't none of that shit gonna matter, man. Cause in a famine, what's $100 to a loaf of bread, man? What's $2,000 to a loaf of bread to a guy with a family? That money ain't gonna be worth shit. You see? But it even go on to say, verse 18, when the year was ended, They came unto him the second year, you see, because it was only enough resources to get them through 1 year. So they still fell back into that state of desperation, meaning they pretty much didn't have no form of relief, man. Because they was only given enough to make it through 1 year. So when that year was ended, they still had to come and give up more to pretty much get their convenience back. And you people here in this society, you're going to fall into that same state because you trust in this system and ultimately you trust in that currency, man. It go on to say, and when it says, when that year was ended, then came unto him the second year and said unto him, we would not hide it from our Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herd and cattle. There is not aught left in thy sight, my Lord, but our bodies and our land. Wherefore shall we die before thy eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread. You see, we'll give ourselves up for food. We'll give ourselves up for convenience, for comfort. You see, it says, buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh. So you see the people fell to a state of desperation, to the point where they gave themselves up to Pharaoh, man. And you people here in this society, you're going to do that same thing. And you're going to submit yourselves to this system by way of receiving that sea help. But it all stemmed from that resource being taken away, which is the money. This shit is going to fail you, man. Jake got all this big talk. We making 5,000 a day, 20,000 a week, 100,000 a month. Nigga, what you bringing in? We bringing in daily bread, man. You see, we exchange the worldly bread for daily bread and got the bread of life out of it, man. While yet niggas is out there, you getting your money, but yet you don't know your how about Shemal Shah. Because the excellency of knowledge is not to learn how to get $1, man. The excellency of knowledge is not to learn how to flip a bag, but it's to learn the scriptures, man. Because this is what's going to give you life in the end. You see, this is what's going to preserve you, real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. It says, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it, man. You see, a wisdom trump this currency, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shemal Shah. It trump 100,000, $1 million to $1 billion. Whatever you want to be, you want to be in those higher class seats. Well, this wisdom trumps that, man. Because in the end, when a dollar fell, this wisdom is what's going to stand, man. You see? Because those who got the dollar, they're going to be perplexed. Because you trust so much in it. Yeah, it's a defense. But the ultimate defense is the wisdom, man. You can give me 100 fishes to sell, but if I don't know how to catch the fishes, I'll never be rich. And catching the fishes, they come with wisdom. You see? But in all, man, money can't save you real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 14. It's like, let me see. Well, I won't. Slacky. Eleven and 4. This is Proverbs 11 and 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death, man. You see? Yeah, riches is not gonna profit you nothing, man. When the missiles come, you and that 50 racks gonna burn up. You see? In the famine, you can't eat 50 racks. You know, in the tornado, 50 racks can't protect you, man. When all hell breaking loose, 50 racks ain't gonna protect you. When the lights cut off, 50 racks ain't gonna keep your lights on. 100 racks ain't gonna do it, man. You gonna need your how by Shemal Shine at the end of the day, man. You see? It says, but righteousness delivered from death. So it's a high form of, you know, a high form of thinking you really should be chasing. Niggas telling you to chase the bag, but you really should be seeking the Lord, man. Because this is where your life lie. A nigga think his life lie in getting rich, financial gain, generational wealth. But none of that shit is gonna matter when the dollar crash, man. You see? Generational wealth, nothing, man. You know? But yeah, I pray that you was edified, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash, Lord, once in this video. Shalom.